Welcome to 5 Habits for Student Success. Are you a student looking to boost your academic performance and make your learning journey more effective and enjoyable? If so, you're in the right place. This video is specifically for students who want to develop strong, sustainable habits that lead to better grades, deeper understanding, and reduced stress. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to becoming a more efficient and successful learner. In this comprehensive guide, we'll dive deep into 5 essential habits that can transform your student experience. We'll start by understanding why habits are so crucial for academic achievement. Then, we'll break down each habit, providing practical tips and strategies you can implement right away. From active listening to effective note-taking, time management, regular review, and seeking feedback, we've got you covered. Get ready to unlock your full potential. So why do habits matter so much for students? Well, good habits create a consistent framework for learning. They reduce the mental effort required to make good choices, turning productive actions into automatic routines. Think about it. Instead of constantly deciding whether to study, a strong study habit means you just do it. This consistency builds momentum, reinforces learning, and ultimately leads to better long-term retention and higher achievement. Habits are the building blocks of success, not just in academics, but in life. Our first crucial habit is active listening and participation. This isn't just about showing up to class. It's about being fully present and engaged. Active listening means truly hearing and processing what your instructor is saying, not just passively taking it in. Participation means contributing to the discussion, asking questions, and clarifying doubts. These actions signal to your brain that the information is important, making it easier to retain and understand. Active listening significantly improves comprehension because it forces your brain to engage with the material in real time. When you actively listen, you're not just hearing words, you're connecting concepts, identifying key ideas, and anticipating what comes next. This deeper engagement helps solidify the information in your memory. It's like building a strong foundation as the lecture progresses, rather than trying to build on shifting sand later. To engage more effectively in class discussions, try these tips. First, always come prepared by doing your readings beforehand. This allows you to follow along and formulate questions. Second, don't be afraid to ask why or how questions. These often lead to deeper insights. Third, try to paraphrase what others have said to ensure you've understood them correctly. Finally, aim for quality over quantity in your contributions. Thoughtful comments are more impactful than frequent, superficial ones. Remember, every question or comment is a chance to learn more. Next up is habit 2. Effective note-taking. This isn't just about transcribing everything the instructor says. It's about distilling information into a format that aids your comprehension and recall. Good notes are personalized tools that help you organize thoughts, identify important concepts, and prepare for future review. They act as a condensed version of the lecture or reading, tailored to your learning style. There are several effective note-taking methods, and the best one for you might depend on the subject or your personal preference. The Cornell method involves dividing your paper into sections for notes, cues, and a summary. Linear notes are simple bullet points or outlines. Mind mapping uses branches and keywords to visually connect ideas. Sketchnoting combines drawings with text for a more creative approach. Experiment with a few to find what works best for your learning style. When taking notes, focus on summarizing key information rather than writing down every word. Listen for signal phrases like, "The most important point is," or "in summary," to identify crucial concepts. Use abbreviations and symbols to speed up your writing. After the lecture, take a few minutes to review and clarify your notes, adding any missing details or questions. This immediate review drastically improves retention and helps you identify areas you need to revisit. Also, try to connect new information to what you already know. Our third habit is time management and planning. This is perhaps one of the most vital skills for any student. Effective time management isn't about finding more hours in the day. It's about making the most of the hours you have. It involves consciously deciding how to allocate your time to different tasks, ensuring you meet deadlines, prioritize important work, and still have time for rest and leisure. Creating a study schedule is the cornerstone of good time management. A schedule helps you visualize your commitments, allocate specific blocks for studying, and prevent last-minute cramming. It reduces stress because you know exactly what you need to do and when. Start by blocking out fixed commitments like classes and work. Then, schedule dedicated study blocks for each subject, making sure to include breaks. Treat these study blocks like appointments you can't miss. To prioritize tasks and avoid procrastination, try these strategies. First, break down large assignments into smaller, manageable steps. This makes them seem less daunting. Second, use the Eisenhower matrix to categorize tasks by urgency and importance. Third, set realistic deadlines for yourself, even for tasks without official ones. Fourth, use techniques like the Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes of focus, 5 minutes break, to maintain concentration. Finally, understand your procrastination triggers and find ways to overcome them, whether it's by starting with the hardest task first or simply committing to just 5 minutes of work. Habit number 4 is regular review and practice. Learning isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. Simply attending lectures or reading a textbook isn't enough for long-term retention. Regular review reinforces what you've learned, moves information from short-term to long-term memory, and helps you identify gaps in your understanding before exams. Practice, especially for subjects like math or science, solidifies your skills and builds confidence. The benefits of spaced repetition and self-quizzing are immense. Spaced repetition involves reviewing material at increasing intervals over time. This leverages how our memory works, making recall more efficient. Self-quizzing, on the other hand, actively tests your knowledge. Instead of just rereading notes, try to recall information from memory. Use flashcards, create your own practice questions, or explain concepts aloud to yourself. These active recall methods are far more effective than passive review for solidifying your understanding. To identify areas for improvement and reinforce learning, pay attention to where you struggle during self-quizzing or practice problems. Don't just skip over difficult concepts, dig deeper. Review your mistakes thoroughly to understand why you got something wrong. Use concept maps or diagrams to visually connect ideas and see the bigger picture. Explain complex topics to a friend or even an imaginary audience. Teaching is one of the best ways to learn and identify your own knowledge gaps. Consistency in review is key to continuous improvement. Our fifth and final habit is seeking feedback and collaboration. Learning isn't meant to be a solitary journey. Engaging with instructors, peers, and mentors provides invaluable perspectives, helps you clarify concepts, and can uncover blind spots in your understanding. Constructive criticism is a gift that helps you grow, and collaborating with others can make complex topics more approachable and even enjoyable. The value of constructive criticism from instructors and peers cannot be overstated. Instructors can provide insights into what they expect and how to improve your work based on their expertise. Peers can offer different ways of understanding a concept or point out areas you might have overlooked. Don't view feedback as a judgment, but as an opportunity for growth. Actively ask for feedback on your assignments, ideas, or even your study methods. The more feedback you get, the faster you'll learn and adapt. When working in study groups, set clear goals for each session. Assign roles if helpful, and ensure everyone contributes. Challenge each other respectfully and explain concepts to one another. This active teaching reinforces learning. If you find yourself struggling with a concept, don't hesitate to seek help. Reach out to your instructor during office hours, utilize tutoring services, or ask a knowledgeable peer. Admitting you need help is a sign of strength, not weakness, and it's a crucial part of the learning process. Congratulations! You've now learned about 5 powerful habits that can fundamentally change your student experience and lead you to greater academic success. Remember, building habits takes time and consistency, but the rewards are well worth the effort. Let's quickly recap the 5 essential habits. First, active listening and participation in class. Second, effective note-taking to distill information. Third, time management and planning to organize your studies. Fourth, regular review and practice to solidify your learning. And fifth, seeking feedback and collaboration to gain new perspectives and support. These habits aren't just theoretical. They are practical tools you can start using today. Pick 1 or 2 to focus on first, integrate them into your routine, and then gradually add more. Consistent small efforts lead to big results. By implementing these habits, you're not just aiming for better grades. You're building a foundation for lifelong learning, problem solving, and personal growth. You have the power to transform your academic journey. Go out there, implement these habits, and thrive.